Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.
How's my audio, ladies and gentlemen? Let me make sure I'm being heard good. Hold on.
Let's get it going.
All right.
Let's pop on in the room.
I'm just making sure my audio is cool, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all living? All right, can you guys hear me pretty good? We good with the audio? We good with the sound? Y'all give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I got my fans on. I'm in my office. It's very hot in here. It's very hot out here in LA. But how y'all living, man? I ain't been on in a day or so. Usually I go on every day. I didn't do a show last night. Kicking it with the family. We were in the swimming pool chilling till like 11. But I'm here now. What's going on, man? I hope you guys are having a great week so far. Hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. Hope everybody's safe for the 4th of July weekend and everything like that. Let's get right into it. I'm going to get some calls in a minute. Before I get right into it, let me have everybody give me a retweet. Retweet this. Let everybody know that we're live right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let everybody know that we are live and in the building right now. So a lot of people are talking about boxer Ryan Garcia and his anti-black racism. So Ryan was on somebody's live the other day. I know he was on there with Sneeko and those guys. Was he on there with Myron and those guys? Because I got a whole bunch of clips. People were sending me clips left and right. Was Ryan Garcia on a live with Myron Gaines, the Fresh and Fit guys? Was he on a live with those guys? Because I know Sneeko was in there. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can tell me whose live he was on. Somebody hop in here real quick, just because I want to be right and exact about everything. Let me have somebody come up to let me know whose live he was on exactly, so I don't misspeak, because I like to have everything in order. Let me see who can come up real quick and let me know about the live. Shaved. Let me get Shaved Eyebrows. But no, you sound like a white supremacist with that name. Let me let you up here anyway. All right, Shaved Eyebrows. What's up, Shaved?
Hey, what's up, Tariq?
I'm good. So, did you hear Ryan Garcia's live the other day? Shaved? Shave, you want to try again? Okay. All right, Shaved ain't saying nothing. Let me get Malcolm Flex in here. All right, Malcolm Flex, what's going on, brother?
Peace, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, so you wanted an update on what took place the other day, right?
Right. Now, whose live was he on?
He was hosting a space, actually.
Oh, so he was hosting his own space?
Yes, he was hosting a space, and Sneeko wasn't in there at first. He was going off, calling black people niggas and niggas.
The N-word, right?
And he was saying F Muslims. He was going crazy, and then somebody mentioned Sneeko, and it was like, hey, we need to get Sneeko in here. So that's how Sneeko ended up going into the room. And
Okay.
so he started going off on Sneeko, cussing Sneeko out and saying, F Muslims and this and that. And Sneeko was speaking, but he really kind of wasn't being tit for tat with the dude. So eventually Sneeko ended up leaving. I never seen Myron go up in there. He might have before I went up in there, but I never seen him in the space at all.
Got it. Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure of, because I heard somebody telling me that it was something clicked in with Myron, and I just want to be right and exact. So There you go. That brings a little more clarity to it. Let me get Devin in here. Let me get Devin in here who can bring. Thank you, Malcolm. Let me get Devin. See if he can bring some more facts to it. What's up, Devin?
Hello?
What's up, Devin? Devin, can you hear me, man?
Hello?
Yeah, Devin, we can hear you.
Yeah, this is Jerron. Hey, Tariq and shit. Ryan was hosting his own space. He was getting to it. The person you need to talk to is right there in the crowd. His name is Champside. Those two was going at it. Ryan
His
called
name is
him to
what?
the
Wait.
stage.
Slow down, slow down. His name is who? Who's in the room?
The brother name is Champside Boxing.
Okay, is he in here? Okay, I see Champside. Okay.
Yes, sir. That's the person you need to talk to.
So they were going at it or something? Or what happened?
Right. Originally, Ryan was hosting a space, and then he was throwing like slick shots at Champside. Then he called Champside to his space. Then Champside called him out on his like passive aggressive racistness. And then right after that, he held another space called Anti. And then that's when you start spiraling out of control.
Oh wow. Well, Champside, I just tried to let him up and he bounced. So he's probably about to log into his Finster. Okay, but thank you so much, bro. Thank you for helping to bring clarity to it. Okay, yeah. The Champside guy was going to bring him up and then he immediately bounced. So that's interesting. Let me get Artman the Great. Artman, can you bring some clarity to it, brother? What's up, Artman?
What's going on, brother Tariq?
I'm good. How are you, sir? Go ahead.
I'm doing really good. I'm an FBA boxing fan, hardcore boxing
He,
fan. I've been following
yes,
this
sir.
this Ryan Garcia stuff for a little minute, man. He really is a racist, and it started at home. His pops, he called out Devin Haney's pops and said, he has nappy hair during a press conference. So you can see he gets it from home. So none of this stuff is really surprising, but everybody's giving him sympathy. I'm not feeling it.
Right.
I'm not feeling it at all. He crossed the line. He's an habitual line stepper. He needs to be dealt with.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, man, Ryan Garcia, he's been doing and saying little slick stuff, like my man said, making little racist comments, and him and his family making little racist comments towards other black boxers. And on the audio I heard, he was using the N words, some F N words, and talking about George Floyd. Just some real slick stuff about George Floyd. Just real crazy talk. And he was doubling down on some tweets, FN words. I'm not going to say it here. Talking about black on black crime, just really going off. Now, some people from one of the boxing federations, they kind of suspend him. They distanced themselves from him. Ryan then gave a real half-ass apology. Let me read what the apology is. Um, Let me scroll down. The apology was really a backhanded diss. It wasn't a real apology. Hold on. Here it is. It says, I take responsibility for my words. I'm misunderstood. I got a lot of trauma, and it's been a tough couple of months, as everyone can tell, but I am sorry. I struggle with substance abuse, and it's hard for me with everything going on. I actually love black people, no cap, which is why I actually said I offended all my black family and friends. This sucks, but all I can do is be better and stop using stupid words and letting some people in my circle hype me up. Sorry, everyone that I offended. I still stand on stopping black on black crime. Okay, that's not an apology. You're gonna end your apology doubling down on your because that black on black crime, that's anti-black rhetoric. You're not stopping anti-black crime. I mean, you're not stopping black on black crime. You couldn't even stop crime, Latino on Latino crime in your own homeland. Talking about some damn black on black crime. What about Latino and Latino crime in your homeland, dude? Y'all one got drug cartels all over the place talking about some black on black crime. The temerity. That's a deflection from the failure that's going on in your own homeland. The minute these tethers come over here start talking about black on black crime, no, you don't ignore all of the crime and degradation and filth going on in your homelands. They always come over here deflecting in some black on black crime. We don't have crime like y'all. We don't have whole big violent drug cartels that's kidnapping whole towns of people. We don't have that. You see, the problem is that this black and brown myth that black people have been promoting and upholding for the longest, we're seeing the truth about it. The anti-black racism coming from a lot of the anti-black Latino community, it is a problem. That's why nobody's really shocked by his anti-black racism. A lot of the white Latinos, they have a lot of anti-black racism that they've always had. And once they get into a space with other people where they can be comfortable, they let all this stuff hang out. He said a whole bunch of stuff that they say behind closed doors
this year, and it marks the emancipation of black people who suffered under chattel slavery in the United States.
Stuff where some people are talking about one lady, mental illness does not make you racist. They're trying to use the mental illness angle with this guy. Not mentally ill. Then Oscar De La Hoya jumped in the mix, trying to explain a little bit. Oscar De La Hoya was like, there's no room for hate or intolerance at my company, period. I condemn Ryan's words in the strongest terms possible. I see that he has apologized, and that is a start, but it's only a start to earn back the trust and respect of those of us who have continued to support him. We hope Ryan will use the time he has away from the sport to work through the issues he has publicly discussed. We stand ready to help in whatever we can. Oscar, your little old moist self can go to hell too. This is splaining. First of all, that wasn't a real apology. He didn't apologize. And he wasn't talking about you. He was denigrating our community. So that apology is supposed to be accepted or rejected by us, and I'm rejecting it. That's not no real apology. We're rejecting that. This anti-black racism coming from these people, it is a problem, and it is being called out, and we should have been calling it out. Ain't no black and brown coalition. The minute people get a leg up, or they think they got a leg up, they go right into the anti-black damn racism. Yeah? These dudes sound like Anglo-white supremacists. And this is why, family, us delineating and us not letting people co-opt our culture is very important. We have to gatekeep our culture. This is one of the reasons why. This is why, even with the hip-hop conversation, all of these white Latino hip-hop folks, we're seeing their true colors. You understand? They're coming out telling the truth about how they really feel. We know this in Los Angeles. We saw how those city council members were talking about us behind closed doors, plotting and planning on denying us and depriving us of resources. We know what it is. And we got to stop being fooled by people coming around to promote that false black and brown coalition as long as we're the ones holding an empty bag so everybody can eat off of it. That is a problem. We got people like the Derek Colognes who's sitting up here mad because of the movie Microphone Check. A lot of them are still upset because of Microphone Check because we're taking our culture back. We're not letting them co-opt our culture. We're saying, no, you're not going to sit up here and act like there was a co-creation story, because that's your way of colonizing our culture. We're not letting you do that. And they're getting very upset about it. They're calling us racists for us gatekeeping our culture. That Derek Cologne he's been having a nervous breakdown. He's been doing videos for a month straight talking about Foundation of Black Americans are so racist against Latinos, and us not letting them steal our culture is racism against them. Horse crap. That's a projection. We're taking our culture back. We're standing on FBA business. We're looking out for our lineage, and we're looking out for ourselves like other groups do. This whole thing where we're going to be the sacrificial lambs, we sacrifice our well-being for everybody else, that's not going to work. Because what happens is we end up holding an empty bag while we prop up everybody else. There's something going around in the hip-hop community now. There's a Puerto Rican DJ, Frankie Cutlass. Recently in New York, Eric Adams honored him as the son of Puerto Rico. He got like some kind of award in New York last month, I think. I think it was last month. So they were propping him up, giving him an award for being a Latino artist. Because in the 90s, 93, 94, he made that song, that Puerto Rico song. A Puerto Rico, oh, a Puerto Rico, oh, you know, that's a popular song. The problem is this. Frankie has made a lot of money with that song. That song has been around for a long time. They play it at the Puerto Rican Day Parade, you know. They play it at parties. So it's a very popular song, been a popular song for 30 years. Here's the thing. The person on that record who sang Puerto Rico Ho, that's a brother named Master Rob. And that's a sample from a record from from 81, 82 called The Live Convention. There was a concert that they recorded. I think they did it at Harlem World. It was a whole bunch of different artists, and it was a live event, and the record came out. It was a pretty popular underground record, 81, 82. Master Rob, who's a brother, and a dude named Kevy Kev, they were on stage. Master Rob saw it was a lot of Puerto Ricans in the audience. So Master Rob wanted to shout him out. So he just did an impromptu chant. He was like, Puerto Rico. And then Kevy Kev was like, ho. Master Rob was like, Puerto Rico, ho, a Puerto Rico. So that's from a 1981, 82 record. Frankie Cutlass sampled it. Here's the thing. Master Rob has been complaining for a long time because he never got no money from that. You understand? Master Rob, the guy. All right, we're back. Let's see if we can make it do what it do. All right, we're back, guys. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. I don't know what happened. It's very interesting. But we're back. I hope everything is good. I was talking, and then the live just stopped. The live just cut out while I was in mid-sentence. But we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. And we're going to have people come on up and chop up game. What's up, Nikki? What's up, Brother Marcel? What's up, Sincere? All right. Yeah, that was weird. What's up, Brother Mikhail? I see you down there, brother. I see you down there. But we're going to get some calls in a minute. Let's get some. Y'all ready to come on up? Let me, y'all raise your hand so I can have you come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your hand if you want to come on up. By the way, did you guys see the new commercial for our children's book? People loved that. People loved it. For the new well, it's been out. The children's book been out, but the commercial is new for the hidden heroes from A to Z. People loved it. It's because it's a very innocent, cute, kiddie commercial, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to let the kids be kids because we don't see that enough, especially with our Black children. They always try to adultify our children. They have our children sitting up here dancing to Sexy Red, and our kids using profanity and trying to be grown. And I know. We got to stop letting our children be adultified because that justifies harming them. Because if you try to sexualize children and have them running around cursing and acting too grown, that takes away their innocence. So when they're harmed, it doesn't bother the conscience of people who try to harm our children. So it's very important for us to let our children act like children. And that's what we did in the commercial we did. We had them acting like little kids, which is what they are. Let them be kids. Let me get our brother Sincere Love the God in here. Sincere Love the God. What's up, brother Sincere? My man, how are you, sir?
Remind you where you got cut off at. You was talking about that Puerto Rico song with the Master Rob dude. That's when it cut you off. So I just wanted to remind you of that.
Okay, my man. Thank you so much. So yeah, if you guys didn't hear, hold on, sister. Hold on. We got some sound going on. I was talking about Frankie Cutlass has a song called Puerto Rico. He did 93, 94. He's been awarded, and he got like an award from Eric Adams recently, and that song has been kind of a classic for 30 years. But the guy who actually is saying Puerto Rico Ho is Master Rob, and that was from a sample from a record in 81, 82 called The Live Convention. And Master Rob was never paid. He'd never been papered up, and he's still been complaining for not getting formally papered up and recognized. For he's the one, his voice made that song a hit record. So he's like, hey man, just on a moral level, throw somebody a bone, brother. And ain't nobody breaking him off nothing. On code, hop on code.
Brother Tariq, what's good with you, man?
What's good, man? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Now it's been a little bit over a day since this Ryan Garcia situation happened, and I've been looking at Twitter and just paying attention to my timeline. Now let me ask you and some people from the room. I haven't seen no Latino athletes and entertainers condemn anything that he said.
None.
Now, if this was Floyd Mayweather, they would have took his bank account,
Oh,
took his Twitter, took his Facebook. And I'm just trying to see just how they just continuously just get away with just spewing this kind of anti-black hate. And I'm gonna land right there, bro.
thank you. Real talk, man. Yeah, you notice what you don't see? And you don't see no Latinos, Latino boxers, Latino entertainers condemning nothing, and nobody's asking them to. And not only that, they're coming out with like, well, he has mental illness. He might be sick. He might be on drugs. Oscar De La Hoya was splaining. Now, yeah, if this was Floyd Mayweather, oh my, they would make every black athlete get in the line and start apologizing for Floyd. They would make everybody condemn him. If Floyd said something like this, boy, he would be stripped. Well, they would post-emptively take all of his titles. Oh man, they would take all of his endorsements. Oh man, they would ban him from countries. They would do all types of stuff. But you ain't seeing none of that. WMC Sports, what's happening?
What's up, Tariq? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Speak just a little louder, but I can hear you. Go ahead, brother.
I got you. So what was really crazy to me is when all this stuff came out. So I'm an avid boxing fan. So I follow a lot of fighters, a lot of different content creators that, follow the sport. And it was still, even within that circle, no response, and people were reporting it. And then you have that was explaining for them long ago, and they're still doing it right now. So, I just wanted to point that out. Just even as a boxing community, it didn't even get out like you would think. And I'm really thankful. And the first thing I said was, I'm like, man, I hope this gets to Tariq's ears, man, because we got to stud up about this.
Oh
because the thing about it is those other folk, when you talk about them, they get on cold and they get on your ass.
Yes,
we got to be on this boy ass for real. You know what I mean?
Sir.
We just can't allow that. So, I'll land my plane there, but I appreciate you letting me speak.
Thank you, brother. All right. Let's get let me get my brother let's get Smooth G, then I'm gonna get Marcel. Smooth.
What's up, Flex? I'm gonna keep it short. I just want to touch on because you've been telling us for years how these guys play the video game and they be on a lot of that racist stuff.
Yeah.
And Ryan Garcia, he basically made a room today, and he said this is what he do all the time. Where they had a little video game rooms. He just happened to do it on Twitter the other day, and it kind of backflashed on him. So he always been on that racist stuff. This dude created a video, had like Devin Haney showed as a monkey or something like that, and people were supporting that stuff. So, and a lot of these brothers is backing it. I noticed they got Latino wives, Mexican wives, white wives. So, man, it's a lot of fuck shit going. But I'll land right there.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's another. A lot of brothers who go for this type of stuff. They don't want to mess up those Latina draws that they get. That's really what that's about. A lot of these dudes will let these people spew this anti-black racism because they themselves are laying up with some Hispanic chick and they don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. Brother Marcel, hop in, sir.
Hey Tariq, how are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I just want to make a couple of points. If Brooke shared her experience, I want to share mine. It's talking about this Puerto Ricans influenced hip hop. I already talked about my non-biological grandfather who's from Puerto Rico and how his family to this day don't even know English. But funny, my grandmother met him in the 1960s. I grew up around him. No one in my family has ever imitated anything from Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, we have more Puerto Ricans coming over to the mainland than ever before. And you still don't see foundational black Americans imitating Puerto Rican culture. So why in the world we haven't imitating them then? If that was the case, wouldn't we be doing it now? If they were bringing such rich, innovative culture to us, then why are they not still bringing something that we would imitate now? That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I was with a Puerto Rican guy. He was half Puerto Rican, half foundational Black American, Gullah Geechee from the Savannah, Georgia. And things didn't go further between us because one time he was talking about an incident he had on his job with another foundational Black American man. And he said to me, y'all act like y'all the only ones who've been through some stuff. Y'all act like y'all the only ones who've been through slavery. Now, keep in mind, he has foundational Black American lineage through his father, and he was talking about us as if we was a separate group. So when they talk about something, we were partying together in the 60s and the 70s when anti-foundational Black American racism was something that you can practice without any consequences. If now they still distinguish themselves from us, even when they have lineage that we have, how are we supposed to believe that they weren't doing the same thing then in our land?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, this whole thing where they're when we talk about like the film Microphone Check, we told the truth about what was happening in the 60s and 70s. And even though people were living somewhat in proximity to each other, they were still separate to a certain degree, culturally separate. And hell, look at New York. You got Harlem, you got Spanish Harlem. What the hell you got a Spanish Harlem for? You understand? It's Spanish Harlem for a damn reason. They've always had their little own distinct little parts of the neighborhood. You go to Harlem now. I was just in Harlem. I love Harlem, love going there. But you have a whole street, one side of the street, African immigrants, all hanging out, kicking it on their side of the street. Oh, the other side, you got FBA businesses, and FBA's doing their thing. But in Harlem, you go down Harlem, there's an African side of the damn street. You walk down the whole street, there's African businesses, Africans out there chilling, kicking it with each other. You think? That's the reality. A lot of the neighborhoods are ethnically separate, even though people are living right across the street or next door. Culturally, people are ethnically separated. The Africans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, all of them. You think? That's a reality. And it was really like that in the 60s and 70s, particularly in the 70s. Yeah, you had a Puerto Rican friend here or there, but culturally, it was separate. That's why many of them were not into hip hop early on. They got into it later. That's a reality. Let's get let me see. Let's get I clocked it. I clocked it in the building. What's up? I clocked it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
Perfect. So yeah, I follow boxing pretty closely, and Ryan Garcia, this isn't anything new. His dad was calling his opponent nappy-headed in the press conference. And so I think what's really interesting about this whole dilemma is up to this point, Ryan Garcia has allegedly failed like 5 drug tests. He's pinning his failed drug tests on other people. He's done a lot of illegal things leading up into his fight with Devin Haney. But up to that point, he was still being protected by the raccoons and the non-black people, right? But it wasn't until today that people are now saying, oh, Ryan, you're disgusting. Oh, Ryan, I can't believe you would do this. So now that he's addressed race and brought it to the forefront, Now everyone feels like they can be comfortable in denouncing him to have a sense of moral justice.
Right.
Defending all of his shenanigans up to that point. So don't try and switch now, and that's my point.
My man, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's it.
Who's that talking? Well, there we go. But yeah, this is why, we got to condemn that type of stuff and be on code about it and get the off code people away from us, because the Sambo class, many of them were caping for him. And speaking of Sambo class in sports, did y'all see Stephen A. Smith complaining that BET gave a short little mention to O.J. Simpson the other day on BET? And I'm not a big fan of some of the shenanigans at BET, but BET, they kind of mentioned people who passed, and they mentioned OJ. OJ passed. OJ is a legend. And he passed, and they flashed him on the screen. OJ Simpson, I think it was 1940 something, 2014. So they mentioned him and mentioned that he passed. And OJ is a legend. And some of the white supremacists got upset. And then Stephen A. Smith, he said, hey, this is an opportunity for me to get me an extra bag of butter biscuits. So he hopped on the air. I'm disgusted. How could they honor O.J. Simpson? This is terrible. He's a double murderer. Shut up. That's performative Samboism. O.J. Simpson was 100% innocent. A jury rightfully found him innocent. He was 100% innocent. I don't want to hear y'all, well, the jury, just because they found you not guilty don't mean you're innocent. Well, you're already presumed innocent. You're innocent until proven guilty. You're already presumed innocent. They never proved he was guilty. So they proved he was innocent. That's how the law works. They never proved OJ was guilty because he wasn't. OJ Simpson was 100% innocent. When you study the case and you know the ins and outs of the case, you see that man did not do no damn double murder within a damn 20-minute time span, and then got rid of all the clothes and then hopped on a flight and didn't get a damn scratch on him, and there was no motive or nothing. OJ didn't do that. They tried to frame OJ, and the white supremacists, that's part of white supremacy, being able to frame Negroes. Yeah, see, that's what y'all need to understand. See, people in the dominant white society, deep down, they know OJ didn't do it. Even they know deep down OJ didn't do it. But the thing is, part of white supremacy, the sweet part is to get a black person who you know is innocent and convict him and condemn him and possibly execute him for a crime they didn't do. That's a very important thing. That's why they like the Tamir Rice thing and Trayvon Martin, these kids who didn't do anything, but they were harmed anyway. And the person who harmed him got off scot-free. That's white supremacy for you. Harming an innocent black person, or punishing an innocent black person, because they know that it riles up the rest of black society. Like I said, they know O.J. Simpson was innocent, and thankfully he had the phenomenal Johnny Cochran on his team to make sure that justice was served. Yo, what's up, Pete? Let's get Pete in the building.
Hey, what's
What's
on,
going on,
Tariq?
Pete? Now, are you a Hispanic gentleman?
Yes,
Yeah, you
sir.
go up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you need to change your smoke detector. Now, are you Colombian, Mexican? What are you?
Well, see, that's another thing. I think just like you with FBAs and trying to delineate from, like
Hold on.
from the African American term.
Are you Colombian, Mexican? What are you?
I'm from Texas. There's basically our own ethnic group called Tejanos. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
The Tejano Indians?
No, Tejano, Tejano.
Oh, okay. So you're Mexican.
Yeah, but just like you with the FBA delineation, I don't like to put that Mexican label on me, because
Why not?
really, because I think that
because I put
my ancestors have been here.
Okay, because I put the American label on me, and that's where my lineage goes. So you don't like to put the Mexican label on yourself because y'all haven't been here that long, though.
No, well, I mean, because the U.S. pretty much took a lot of the Southwest from Mexico, right?
No,
So
no, no,
there was
no,
already
no, no,
people
no, no,
living
no.
there.
They didn't. They were in a war, and then Mexico sold that portion for $15 million. That's the same price that France got for the um, Louisiana territory. And France
Right.
and
But
France
regardless, I
and
mean,
then
people are already here,
France
right?
didn't double back around and say, "Hey, y'all took some from me." No, France said we made a deal, and we're dealing with the deal. So yeah, Mexico made a deal. Mexico got papered up. They got that 15 mil. Now, if y'all squandered the money, you can't be like a crackhead and come by and say, "Hey, man, I need my VCR back because you smoked up the money." You can't do that now. No. So they didn't take anything. Y'all
Yeah,
sold
no,
it.
for
All right,
sure.
let's be very clear about history. You sold it. All right, now go ahead, sir.
Okay.
And by the
No,
way,
well, I
you
was just
should have
saying
used.
there
And
was.
by the way, you should have used some of that $15 million to get batteries for your smoke detector. But go ahead.
All right, man. No, but me, regardless, there
I
was
had
already
to get
people
you. I
living
had
there.
to
But
get you. But go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's
no,
on your mind?
no, it's all good, man. It's all good. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I think the whole thing why a lot of people aren't denouncing Ryan Garcia and the whole issue there, the whole racism issue. I think honestly, I think it's just trying not to cause static with like such a big consumer base, which is like the Hispanic population, within the realm of like boxing, and because Hispanics do make up a large percentage of like a lot of the consumer base and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of cultural activity. So I do think it has a big financial tie to it.
No,
To be honest with you,
no, ain't got no, ain't got no financial tie. You know why they ain't saying nothing? Because a lot of them agree with them. A lot of them have the same views.
yeah, there's some of that too.
Yeah, that's just what it is. Just keep it a buck. A lot of them in your community, they share his views and they don't think he said anything wrong, to be honest. You feel me?
Yeah, there's a portion of
Yeah,
that. Yeah, there's a portion of that.
yeah.
That's why they're gonna.
Right.
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say like the vast majority. I would definitely say there's a
Well,
segment.
shit.
There's a
None of
segment
them are
that.
speaking against it. So, yeah, if you ain't speaking against it, you're silently complicit with it.
Yeah, true.
Right,
So
because if we
just
say
for the record.
if a black person says something janky, boy, they'll be out here trying to make everybody apologize. You think? They'd be condemning,
True.
yeah. They
Yeah,
be
yeah.
out here making folks apologize. They'd be very vocal about it. They'll stand up here and say, "Oh no, 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 no! You got to speak against this. You got to denounce this. All you blacks got to denounce this." You think?
Yeah, no, I agree. There's definitely different standards.
Right,
So
right.
I definitely agree with that. And just for the record, whatever he said, because to be honest with you, I know he made some, but I haven't really tapped in with exactly what was said. But if it was racist in nature, I'm against it. So at least from one Mexican, you could say,
But
I'll
even you
speak out
soft
against
shoeing
it.
it. But even a you soft shoeing about it. Well, if he said something, no, there ain't no if. There's no if. This dude
Well,
said so,
I'm just
this,
being honest.
okay, okay,
I haven't
okay, P. You
seen what he
okay?
said.
Thank you, P. Oh, you see this? He's splaining. All right. Why are y'all Latinos splaining so damn much? Even this guy, y'all splaining. This ain't no. Well, if he said something that was kind of racist, that's not cool, dude. If what the hell you mean if? This dude was like F N words and George Floyd, you raise him up so you can kill him again. And then he started doubling down on the tweets. This dude made no mistake about his anti-black racism. He was very clear about it. This dude was very clear about his anti-black racism. And y'all still, he may have said some saucy little words. I don't know, but we're all in this together. No, 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 no. Come on now. Come on. Pat, what's up, Pat?
Hey, Tariq, how are you?
How you doing, Pat?
We're good. So me and my husband are both avid boxing fans, and we feel as if that Ryan Garcia is a racist piece of shit as well.
Mm. Now, have y'all seen some of his shenanigans before?
Oh, yeah. My husband, so when he fought Devin Haney, we thought that there was something funny about that whole fight as well. And then when he came out that he was positive for PEDs, or that he had tested positive for PEDs, my husband was like, "No, that's some fuck shit. Like, he needs to be kicked out of the sport of boxing because he could have really hurt Devin.
Right.
Like he truly could have hurt Devin." And then his cousin said that Ryan being on PEDs wasn't a problem. And
Okay.
we just had to side eye him and cut him off completely because
Wow.
that's
Wow.
not okay. Like
You
that
know
is
it's
not okay.
exactly.
It is-
Exactly. But thank you, beloved. Yeah, but people, man, making excuses for this dude if y'all don't stop. What's up, Jay?
Yo, what's going on, Flex? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Jay, what's on your mind, brother?
Hey, man, this all stems from Floyd beating Canelo back in the day because Canelo is the Mexican American hero, and when Floyd beat him, what 11 years ago, the Mexican American fans are still mad about that.
Yeah.
So now that Ryan has been found cheating, and they just want that win. They want that win so bad that
Yeah.
okay, oh, he's saying racist stuff. Well, it doesn't matter because he still beat Devin. No. He cheated. He's a racist. The end, man. I mean,
Hmm.
hold that L. That's all.
Yes,
That's all it
indeed.
is, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And last thing, man, it was good meeting you, man. I met you in New Orleans at the airport, man. It was probably the last time you was in New Orleans, but I met you coming out of TSA, so it was good meeting you and the
Was I
family,
with the
brother.
Was I with my family?
Yeah. The kids, man, the kids had their beads on, looked like they was on the street campaigning.
Uh,
Had the baby girl with you. Yeah, man. Beautiful family though. Beautiful
Thank you
family.
so much, brother. Yeah, I've
All right,
been wanting to
man.
go back to New Orleans. I love New Orleans, man. I was just telling my lady about going back to New Orleans. I love New Orleans. I love the energy of New Orleans. I really like going to New Orleans, man. Let's get Facts. What's up, Facts?
What's going on with you? I
How
didn't
you
even
doing, Facts?
realize I got a mic. I was looking down.
Oh,
Appreciate
there
you.
you
I'm
go.
all right. What's up with you?
Man, I'm cool. What's on your mind, bro?
Oh, I was just here to do it, talk about it, bounce things back and forth and see how I go. See what's
Yes,
going
indeed.
on.
All right, what's on your mind?
Well, I'm glad I went out and enjoyed my day to clear my head because it's been a hell of a 24, 48 hours for sure. And before we went to go do that, with me and my family, before we went to do that, I was in a really productive space where we were seeing different points of view, going over the severity of the situation, testing out different altitudes of consideration, just all kinds of stuff. So to answer the question directly, what do I feel? What am I thinking? I feel the weight of the situation. I feel everybody's anger and frustration with the situation, and I think it's an opportunity to raise the bar on considering a whole lot of other stuff. So that's what I think, and that's what I feel.
There you go. All right, brother. All right, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, Facts. I appreciate you. Facts didn't say nothing. Facts said a lot, but didn't say anything. Facts was kind of plebiscite babbling a little bit. Facts said a whole lot and didn't say anything. That's funny.